Got the 912 DC skimmer unboxing for you. So this is on my simple tank build I'm trying to do here after my 53 gallon leaked. Now, one cool thing came with it is a cleaner. You can see the brush, it's got the tip on the top. Very cool to get right out of the box. Great packaging. Tunze always good products. Very strong magnets. Now I'm filming everything with one hand, so it has to take a second to get it all taken apart here. Everything's wrapped up good. And my old nemesis, since I was a little kid, from my video games to now reef tanks to anything that comes with a power brick. They're a little less bulky in the reef hobby, but you add up 5 or 10 of them and they take up space real quick and make cord management way harder than it needs to be. Some basic instructions and warranty guides. Now we went with the DC model. Those are rubber dampers. And the DC model's got the controller, and this thing is saran wrapped and wrapped up really nice, packaged in bubble wrap. This thing wasn't going to get damaged in shipping. I'm sure it's very rare. There's the airline, the DC pump, and my honest review on this, I've had it for a couple months running, and this is a solid skimmer. I've had the Reef Octopus 2000. That was a great skimmer. I wanted to give this one a try because it had the sleeker look, a little more in the tank, can't see it as much versus that other one hanging out, having the gray pipes hanging down the back. And I've had a few poop explosions on my wall that can't really fix much paint wise until the tank is moved. So luckily the black lights dim that part. So big collection cup, easy to clean, easy to take off. Rubber dampeners to make it a little bit quieter, take out that vibration. Super simple. Pop them in either side, doesn't make a difference. A little slot on both of them, just push and go. Now for skimmers in my sump, the Reef Octopus 2000 and this one, and I've had a couple different ones in my sumps, from Skims to Red Sea. This is by far the quickest setup I've ever had for almost any reef equipment. Just about as plug and play as it gets. Now there are some adapters you can get if you need to sit off your tank a little bit. I do have a rimmed tank and I didn't need the adapters, so kind of optional and a debatable if I wanted to get those, and I still debate it. Might make it my screen top fit a little nicer. That thing's kind of a mess on there right now, but otherwise these magnets, huge warning there is take your time putting those on because they will slap the glass hard if you're not paying attention. And then as you can see here, you just drop it in the water. Now I was trying to figure out positioning here, and I wanted to go in the corner, and then I thought that'd be too close when you're looking through that side. So then I wanted to move it a little further away. But all in all, you're going to see it on the side if you look through the side. And if you look through the front, it's almost invisible besides what pops up on the top. Now height, I'll show here in just a second. There's a grate, and you want the water line to be approximately right in the middle of that. Is going to be for your best performance on the skimming. And it seems to settle there pretty easy, not too much adjustment needed. And then you're good to go. So throw the airline in the back, when you put the cup on, easier to kind of latch it from the front and just set it down in the back so it all stays latched. Otherwise, you will get air bubbles. As you can see, I'm running all hang on the back gear here. So that's why I was trying to keep it a little more sleek with the Tunze model versus the Reef Octopus. But the Reef Octopus performs just as good as this one does. Yet I can say I haven't had an explosion with this one yet. Which, cross my fingers, knock on wood. I don't want to really see that in my living room. So there's a sneak peek of the 40-gallon tank. Everything's all set. You cannot really see that thing under the water until you're looking for it. And there's a shot of the grates. Like I said, right in the middle, water line. That's what the instructions say. And then you got the DC pump. Pretty simple. Plug the cord ends, and if you do it with two hands, it'll be a lot faster than one. So let's see that fire up for the first time here. Like I said, 2 months in, things skimming great now. A ton of air bubbles came out initially, and I mean a lot of air bubbles right there. Just micro bubbles starting to flood the tank. But the DC model, I didn't turn the pump down. That was probably halfway to 3/4 of the way up. So, see, just pull the top off. Still some air bubbles. No real skim made in there, or any, I should say. It's just boiling water, boiling over there. And it's rising fast. So I did contact customer service, and I found out that on the DC models for the airline that there's no way to control it. But in the manual it says to adjust the air so it's closed. So I did have this on the Reef Octopus 2000. Now you can buy these off of Amazon. Probably get 30 of them for $7 or a 10-pack for $5. Just airline or air valve control valve for pumps, and it'll be right in the aquarium department. And it's just a little screw and rubber O-ring. Pop that on there, screwed her in, cut off the airflow, and turned the pump down. And now it's skimming just like it should. So this has been a great skimmer. Not very noticeable as you look through the tank. You can see what's above it, but not below it. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to see more of the super simple things we're putting on this reef tank.